Today on Speak for Yourself.
I see a team that feels like they're on top of the world and they reinvented football and they are the end-all, be-all of football. And I just think teams like that oftentimes get humbled. I just tone it down a little bit, Philly. Win a second Super Bowl, then this will seem more justified.
Yes. Doug Peterson's on the show, Friday? I am going to scold him on a book. I'm going to say, come on. I need more than 2 years coaching in the NFL before I get a book out. He's buddies with Andy Reid, who's my all-time favorite guy. Jamie with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
All right, Colin. So first up, everybody, you either love or hate the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. And Tom Brady came out and spoke on WEEI in Boston, had a very interesting theory as to why you either love or hate them. Here's Tom.
All right.
You know, most Americans probably that live in other parts of the country, they don't like the Patriots. They don't like me, and I can understand that. I mean, I was a 49er fan at one point. They want to see their team win, and when they don't, I think they got to direct that frustration somewhere else. And when you've been successful like our team's been, frustration gets directed at us. And I think it's a different part about, football, for example, in America. I mean, we never, if you look at a lot of other sports around the world, at some point, maybe, you get to represent your country. In America, we never get a chance to do that.
That's a really good point. Soccer players, basketball players at one point, the best ones, going to be on Team America. At one point, we all root for LeBron, and we all rooted for Kobe, and we all rooted for Magic, and we all rooted for Bird. Same with our soccer stars. But in football, you never get that opportunity. So the people that you hate, there's never a moment you like them.
But if Tom Brady wore a Team USA jersey for one game, we'd all get behind him for that game. And then in the regular season, you'd go back to hating him unless you're a Patriots fan. Let's look at Derek Jeter. Would you say that he's polarizing in that way? Love him or hate him? Dated all those, beautiful women in New York, successful, five-time World Series champion. He played in the 2006 World Baseball Classic at starting shortstop, so he represented Team USA. People still hated him.
Do people hate Jeter?
I think they do. I think you either hate him or you want to be him. So you're a Long Island girl, so your sense was in Long Island that you guys loved him and the world hated him. Yeah. See, my sense was people hated A-Rod. Well, that's true, too.
See, I felt A-Rod was wildly polarizing. But you know what? I saw Jeter play in Seattle once, and it was like people, I think, you know what they respected about Jeter? How hard he played, like 17 years into this. I don't know. I've always felt A-Rod was wildly polarizing. And, A-Rod's handsome, and A-Rod's got the celebrity thing. It is interesting, but I don't think the Patriots are likable at all as a dynasty.
Well, we'll keep the Patriots in the conversation for this next story. We saw Des Bryant on Hard Knocks meeting with the Browns. He is still unsigned, and a fan was trying to recruit him on social media. So he responded with something that got the tongues wagging. Tom Brady has always been my favorite player. Real fact. So Des Bryant thinks that Tom Brady is his favorite player. Do you think that he'd be a good fit with the Patriots? I kind of do. I like it.
It's interesting because it's their weakest unit on the roster. Mm-hmm. They're a mess. And to be honest with you, what they don't have is a big, occasionally vertical wide receiver. It's not remember this too, Jamie. The way it works in the NFL, if you wait until the season to sign him, then if you cut him, you owe him like 4 weeks. If you sign him today, you got to pay him for the season. It's not crazy to think that New England has said, you know what, week 1, if we sign him once the season starts, I don't think it's the craziest thing. It is absolutely right now, that team's liability is they don't have a receiver that stretches the field at all. Gronk's actually down the seam is their field stretcher.
And Bill Belichick can certainly handle a colorful personality. Finally, Colin, here for you, Baker Mayfield, showing us he has many talents. He did a hilarious impression of his GM there in Cleveland, John Dorsey. You got to see this.
Hello, this is John Dorsey. How you doing, buddy boy? Playing in the National Football League is a blessing. It's a privilege. Not many people get to do it. You know what I mean, buddy boy? That's cool stuff, huh? See, being a Cleveland Brown is way more than just playing football. It's about being an elf. It's about coming to work every day with your hard hat and your Air Dorseys and your sweater. And you strap on those shoes and you go to work.
What do you think of that there, buddy boy?
Well, I think Baker is a showman. I would prefer my backup quarterback take a little more under the radar, subtle preseason.
It's a little Bush League. Maybe he should.
It's not even that. It's just like, Baker, understand the room. You're the backup. You are the backup quarterback. I don't need underwear ads. I don't need your abs. You are currently the second best quarterback on the most dysfunctional team in sports. Scale it back a little. It's a bunch of look at me stuff. Look at my underwear. Look at my abs. Look at my impression. Look at my documentary. Look at my just dude. You know what I've seen from Tyrod Taylor, who's a better player? Nothing.
Yeah.
Just scale it down a little.
I know the underwear ad got you fired up yesterday, but could this demonstrate maybe a familiarity and comfort level between him and the GM?
I will say this about Baker. He's fascinating. He plays tomorrow night on Fox. I'll watch him. He's got a very much a Michael Vick appeal to me. A lot of good quarterback. I've never once in my life said, God, Kirk Cousins is on. I like Phillip Rivers. Hey, Phillip Rivers is on. Michael Vick came into the league and I was like, I got to watch that guy. Baker's got me sucked in. I don't like all this stuff, but he is fascinating, and this is why he's selling things. I don't think I'm alone in this. I can't wait to watch him play tomorrow. Jamie with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Oh, he's my guy, Mr. Information. He's one of those guys